Hey guys, we're back with part 2, and we're moving on to postseason predictions now. Now, guys, who do you have going to the World Series? You want to take it?
I'll take it. This might shock some people. I'm going to go with the Red Sox. You know, I'm a Red Sox fan, no bias there, but I think they're a solid team. I think they have the most depth in the league. I really like their lineup. I really like their rotation. This is a little bit of a shocker, too. No Phillies, no Giants. I'm going Braves. I think they're a really, really good team. And, you know, everyone's picking the Phillies, Red Sox. It's never who you think's going to win, except for the '09 Yankees who won it in '09. But I'm going to go Red Sox, Braves. I think the Braves have a great lineup, like I say, with McCann, Hayward, Chipper Jones, Dan Uggla. I think Dan Uggla's going to be solid for that lineup and that rotation. Derek Lowe's got experience. Tim Hudson's got experience. And I think Tommy Hanson is going to break out to be that number one guy and a possible Cy Young candidate this year. And also Jair Jurgens, he's back fully healthy. He was hurt last year. I think he's back. He can develop into a solid number 2. I really like the Braves. And I'm actually going to go with the Braves taking it over the Red Sox. I think the Braves are that good. And, you know, I think the Red Sox are going to be heavily favored. But they're going to pull up like a Butler right now. I think it's going to be the Braves to take it. It's always that team, you know, last year it was the Giants. Everyone thought the Rangers were going to take it. Giants come out and prevail. I think it's always that you know, they're going to be the Cinderella team this year. I think the Braves are going to come out. I think it's going to go into 7. I think the Braves are going to get lucky and win.
You know, I actually like that pick a lot, but I'm going to throw something a little shocking out there.
Okay.
I think it could be the A's versus the Brewers.
A's, Brewers.
Like you said, it's usually teams you don't expect.
Yeah, nobody expects that. Yeah. I like the Brewers as a World Series pick. I think that's a solid pick. You know, Phillies, Brewers, Braves are all right there. I think, but A's.
I think the A's pitching rotation is going to be better.
So the A's are going to take down Yankees, Red Sox, White Sox, Tigers, all of them, and keep going.
I mean, you know, the Red Sox are the obvious pick, but I'm kind of twisting it a little and going with one of my, you know, out there picks.
That is shocking.
And I also think the A's are going to have this one hitter that we don't even see right now emerge from their team and be.
I think Josh Willingham can step up and break out for them. The guy they just got. I think they're a solid pick. I think Hideki Matsui is a solid pickup. That lineup, I mean, it's not great. It's solid. Last year, I mean, they had Kevin Kuzminoff as their cleanup hitter. It's much better this year. I think they can contend. World Series, that's shocking. That's ballsy right there.
And then I think the Brewers would beat them.
Brewers, yeah. I think that
I would like to see the Brewers win. But
they're a solid team. The one thing is Greinke's a little hurt, banging up.
Yeah, but
once he gets back,
it's one of those injuries where as soon as he's healed, it's not going to affect him anymore.
I think Greinke, Gallardo, and Markham's going to be solid 1, 2, 3 for them. And I think John Axford's going to be a solid closer in the back end of the bullpen.
He's already a solid closer.
Yeah.
I think he's going to get even better.
Yep. I like the Brewers too.
All right, moving onwards. Good stuff, guys. Now, AL and NL MVP.
I'll go AL MVP. I think it's going to be Robinson Cano. I hate the Yankees more than anything in the world, but Robinson Cano, I don't mind Robinson Cano. He put up solid numbers last year, 319 average, 29 homers, above 100 RBIs. I think he's going to put up that kind of numbers again. He's going to be carrying.
Maybe even better.
Yeah, I think he could be better than that. You know, I think he's finally surpassed Mark Teixeira, and A-Rod is the number 1 player on the Yankees.
Oh, yeah.
Better than Jeter, better than Mark Teixeira, better than A-Rod. He's going to be.
Jeter's never really been the best player
yeah,
on the team. It's all about his leadership. And
once Jeter leaves and finally retires, I think Robinson Cano is ready to step into the captain's role. I think he's going to take over. He's not annoying. You know, Andy Pettitte, A-Rod's annoying. Everyone's annoying. Jeter's annoying with his stupid handstand when he's up there at bat. Robinson Cano just goes there and plays the game right. I think he's a solid player. Great defensively, too. I think he could be the MVP. And in the NL, I'm going to go Troy Tulowitzki. I'm staying middle infield. I think the Rockies are going to be a solid team this year. And I think Cargo and Tulo are going to be 1-2. But I think the big thing is can Tulo stay healthy? I think he finally will. The pressure's off his back. He has another guy over there in Cargo. I think Tulo's going to step up and be that number 1 guy. I could see him hitting 300 with 35 home runs in that team. And, you know, driving 100 RBIs. He's really going to be that leader. And, you know, the one thing, I like Pujols and I like Hanley, but I don't think either of those 2 guys are going to make the playoffs. And I think Joey Votto isn't going to make the playoffs either. So when I think of MVP, I think of playoffs. And I'm going to have to pick a team that makes the playoffs. I think it's going to be Tulo.
I like that. In the NL, I'm actually going with Dan Uggla for MVP.
Dan Uggla? Yep. I love that pick.
I'm liking Dan Uggla.
I love that pick.
You know, like I've been saying, I love the Braves. I love everything about them.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I have nothing against you picking them for the World Series.
Yeah.
You know, That was my first thought too. So
Dan Elway came across my mind too. I think he's going to put monster numbers in Turner. He played in a terrible stadium, Sun Life Stadium.
And especially for a second baseman to put up numbers like that's going to boost him even more.
Now he's finally playing in a baseball stadium. He was playing in a football stadium that was turned into a baseball stadium.
Yeah.
Now he's just playing in a bona fide great stadium right there, and it's the walls aren't that far. I think he can put up 40 home runs.
And he's he's a decent average hitter. He's not the best, but
no, he's not a good average hitter ever. But that's because he was playing a terrible ballpark.
Yeah, but I'm saying he's not going to bat 300, but maybe 270.
Yeah,
I mean that's good enough for an MVP.
And the thing is, he knows the pitching. He's not going too far. He's staying in the division, going from the Marlins to Braves. I
like Hanley, but like you said, it's usually an MVP
coming from a
playoff team. So
what's your AL pick?
My AL pick is Cano, but another player I want to watch is Evan Longoria. I think he's going to put up monster numbers this year, and I think Tampa Bay is going to compete. I don't think they're going to win, but I think they're going to compete for that wild card.
Well, that kind of contradicts what you just said. So you're saying the Rays aren't going to make the playoffs, but Evan Longoria is still going to win the MVP?
No, I'm saying they're going to compete, and he's going to be a threat.
All right, I like it. So, Evan Longoria is a solid player.
But I'm going Cano with my MVP pick.
All right.
Okay.
I also like that pick too.
AL and NL Cy Young winners.
This might shock somebody. I'm going to go for the NL. I'm going to go Tommy Hanson.
I love that pick.
Like I've been saying, we really like the Braves here. We're putting in some major props for Atlanta, but I think Tommy Hanson's ready to step out. Everyone wants Doc. Everyone wants Cliff Lee. Josh Johnson, he's a solid player in the NL. Adam Wainwright's done. But I think Roy Halladay and Cliff Lee are going to cancel each other out. So I'm going to go outside the box. I think Atlanta's really going to step up and surprise some people.
I love that
Win
pick.
close to 90, 95 wins. And I think Tommy Hanson's going to step up and win 20 games and have an under 3 ERA. I think that's going to give him enough Cy Young choice right there. And in the AL, I'm going to go John Lester. I think, the Braves, Red Sox, those are my two picks. I think John Lester, Beckett and Lackey are not the aces anymore. Clay Buchholz is very solid, but I think John Lester is that rock. He's going to give you 200 innings. He's going to throw over 200 strikeouts. And I think he's going to win close to 20 games with the Red Sox. And
he's now the number one pitcher, too, so...
Yeah, he's the number one. But with that improved lineup, he's going to put up a lot of wins this year, and he's going to be the main guy. He's not injury prone, knock on wood. But I really like John Lester.
John Lester, I had it AL too. I think CC might, he'll be second, but it's going to be a far second.
Yeah.
So
you like Price too.
I like Price, but I don't know. They have a weaker bullpen now, weaker lineup.
True.
Price isn't that guy that's going to go 9 innings.
He's going to have a lot of pressure for him too.
Yeah, Price is a 7-inning guy. He's going to go out and get you 7 innings every start.
He's still very young. He's still maturing.
Yeah, but he's not going to go 8 or 9 innings. So it's going to be left up to the bullpen. I think the bullpen's going to lose him quite a few games.
So you like Lester in the AL?
I'm liking Lester in the AL. Sabathia number 2 and Price probably third. But it's going to be a very distant race. In the NL, I really like Tommy Hanson, but I'm going Kershaw.
Kershaw? I like Kershaw too.
Nobody really thinks about him.
Well, he's valued very high.
Yeah. I think he was like the 7th pitcher or whatever on ESPN. But I really like Kershaw. And, I think if the Dodgers have as good of a season as I think they will, I think he has a very good shot at this.
The problem is, like you say, is the wins. I don't think the Dodgers are that great of a team. But you saw Felix Hernandez win with the shitty Mariners team.
I can see Kershaw getting 16 to 17 wins.
He is that good. Ether is back healthy. Kemp's there. It's a solid lineup, I guess, especially for the NL West. And yeah, I like Kershaw too.
So if he was on a better team, I could see him easily getting 20 wins.
Yep.
But with this team, 16 to 17, with around a 3 ERA, 200 strikeouts, I think that'll get him the sign.
Neither of us take a Doc.
Nope.
Do you think Doc will have as good as his numbers as he had last year?
Yeah, he's Doc.
Yeah, he's pretty good.
He's going to get the wins. But I don't.
Cover for 2K.
As you know, I don't like picking the obvious picks.
Yeah, I don't either.
So.
And yeah, with A's Brewers, that's solid picks right there.
All right. Moving on. Before we move on, actually, do you have any breakout players predictions for AL?
I do.
You?
I'm going to pick, in the A's, I can't pick one. I'm going to take the whole A's rotation. I think Gio Gonzalez, if I had to pick one, it would be him. I think he's going to be stepping up and being one of those number 1 players. I also like Brett Anderson. He looked like a bona fide ace last year before he got hurt. I think he's going to be back. Trevor Cable, like I mentioned, is going to take a step back, but I think he's still going to be very solid. And Dallas Braden, along with Brandon McCarthy, I think that's a very, very good 1 through 5 for a rotation. I like all of the A's to
like
break
that
out
pick.
this year. And also in the NL, I like Sean Markham. You know, he went from the hardest division in baseball in the AL East. He pitched very solid. He had a 3 ERA.
Yeah.
He won 16 games. I think it was 16 games. Going from there and shifting into the NL Central. He's going to put some serious wins, I think, over there with the Brewers. Solid lineup. I think he can keep the same ERA there. I think he's going to break out and be like, it's going to be like a 1-2-3 with him, Gallardo, and Greinke. And maybe they can win the World Series with that kind of rotation. But I think it's going to be very, very good 1-2-3. I like Markham and break out.
I'm going Chacin from the Rockies for this.
Chacin, yeah.
You know, I really like him. You know,
You just picked him up and then it's trying to up his value a little bit.
no, actually, I picked him up like 3 days after our draft, which was about a month ago.
Yeah.
That's why I picked him up because I think he's gonna have
information.
I think he's gonna have like just a solid
We were just
year.
having this conversation.
And for the AL, I'm going Manny Ramirez
Wait, for what?
for a breakout player.
Manny Ramirez. It's not really breaking out. It's a solid play. Like,
But I mean, what has he done the last few years? Nothing. You know, I think
Beat up a couple of guys.
so comeback player of the year is Manny Ramirez?
I think he's gonna have play maybe three. 135 to 140 games and.
I think you're saying RBIs. I was gonna
No, but I think he could put up 25 home runs this year.
Yeah, I like
mean,
that too.
he's always a 300 plus hitter, so.
He doesn't have any pressure. I mean,
Yeah, exactly.
the one thing about Manny is
It's a
he didn't
win-win
like the
situation.
Boston pressure. He didn't like the LA pressure. He's going to Tampa Bay. They have no fans. They need to give him wind chimes or whatever to make noise. They have no noise in there. They have no fans at all. So yeah, I mean, just lay back and be Manny over there.
I think he could go back to an old version. Like
He's
an
got a
old
loose
version.
manager in Joe Madden, a guy who fits his kind of style.
He's going to be able to do whatever he wants on that team. I mean,
Yep.
he's going to love it. So.
Okay, now a very special part of the show. We're gonna play a game of over and under.
Nice.
Yes. All right, now we'll start with the AL. Number 1, Aegon hits 40 home runs.
I say he hits 45, so I'm going to take the over. I think this is the kind of park he needs. Is Fenway Park. He's playing. Petco is the worst hitting ballpark in the game. Moving to Fenway is one of the best. I really like Aegon in Fenway. I think he can put up close to 45 home runs.
I'm going under, but very slightly. I think he's going to hit 38 this year.
38.
So,
All right.
but again, that's still a very good hitter. So
Yeah.
I'm going 40.
Aegon is my second pick for MVP in the AL after Robinson Cano. I think he's going to put up some serious numbers. I'm going to say around 310, 45, 110 RBIs.
Imagine if they did exactly what we like, just the numbers that we
Maybe
just
you will.
picked right here. We'd look like idiots. All right. Number 2, Cano hits higher than 320.
I say he hits right around there. I'll say he hits around 322. So I'll say the over.
22.
He's
That's actually the same number I had in my head. That's
my
kind of scary.
he's my MVP. I think he's gonna be the go-to guy. I think he's gonna be the rock in that lineup. I like Robinson Cano there. Right around 320. I say a little bit over.
I'll completely agree with you there. So
C.J. Wilson, 17.5 wins.
I'm going under.
Under.
I'm going under. I'm thinking more like 15 or 16 wins.
Well, he is their ace this year, and I think the bad thing with what the Rangers did was they're making Feliz as their closer. I think this is going to make, if they move Feliz into that rotation, I think that rotation could have been pretty solid. I mean that's what they kind of had to do. They lost out on Cliff Lee. I think they needed something. If they move Feliz and maybe put Alexei Ogando, who's a very good player in that bullpen, move him to closer role. Move Feliz and we can throw 99 in that starting rotation.
But as a starter, he's not going to throw 90.
Yeah, but moving on to C.J. Wilson, he is that ace. I think he's going to pitch right around there, 17, 18. I say he wins 18 games, so I'm going to go over again.
All right, number
Solid
4.
lineup.
Number 4, Joe Mauer and Justin Morneau both play over 140 games.
I'm taking the under on this. You know, the Eminem brothers, as they call them. Every year it's either one of the other that are gone. They're finally back, both healthy. You know, Joe Mauer 2 years ago was hurt. Justin Morneau was hurt almost for the whole half a year last year. They're back. They're both supposed to be healthy, supposedly, but I'm going to say the under.
I say Morneau is over and Mauer's under.
I'll say the opposite. I say Mauer plays 150 and Morneau plays around 110.
The only thing I'm thinking
another
is,
injury.
Mauer's a catcher, so they might set him out a few more games this year just to keep him healthy for the
Okay,
playoffs.
I like that too. But when they sit him out, they usually don't sit him out altogether. They either play DH or they goes to first base. But,
True.
But
All right, finally, Adam Dunn hits 40 homers.
I'm just gonna say it's because right near 45, 50
Over.
home runs. I'm gonna go way over. I love Comerica Park for Adam Dunn. Going from Nationals Park That's a weak Harris Park. Going into that lineup, he has no pressure on him. Ozzie Guillen's a very laid-back manager for him. I think Adam Dunn, like we say, Adam Dunn's very underrated because of his average, but I think his average finally came up a little bit last year. But one thing that is a constant is his home runs. He hits, I think it was like 5 straight years where he hit 40 home runs, and that's a bad parts with Cincinnati and Nationals. Cincinnati's a little bit better than Nationals, but going on to Comerica, I really like Adam Dunn. I say they could be a possible World Series pick too, the White Sox, I think, in my opinion.
I say he hits 44, 120, so I'm going over.
I say 48 home runs. That's what I'm going to say.
Alright, so we're already over 15 minutes, so we're going to have to hurry the NL part up right now. So,
you want to put it in the next part?
No, we'll keep.
No, we can do it right now. Alright. Number 1, Doc and Cliff both stay healthy and pitch at least 30 games.
I'm going to say the under. Cliff Lee is getting up there in age, 32. Doc's getting up there in age too. I think he's 33. I'm going to say the under. 30. I mean, most pitchers pitch around 32, 35 games. So I'm going to say one of them gets a little bit hurt, maybe a little banged up. And if there's one pitcher, I think it's Cliff Lee.
Yeah, I mean, Doc's going to go out and give you 30 games no matter what.
Cliff Lee has a question mark. Especially, tons of pressure this year.
I think Cliff Lee will pitch around 27, 28 games. I think they might even sit him 1 or 2 starts towards the end of the season to be ready for the playoffs.
I think they're going to be looking past the Braves, looking past the Marlins, which they shouldn't really. But, that team's built for the playoffs. They're built for the playoffs. And I think they really, if they can sit Cliff Lee for a couple games and make sure he's healthy for the playoffs, I think they'll do that.
Yeah.
So I'll take the under.
Number 2, Jason Hayward hits 30 home runs.
I'll say the over. Like we said, I love the Braves this year, and I think batting the 2-hole, that's going to be perfect for him. Ugla and McCann and Chipper Jones are going to take the pressure off of him. I think Freddie Gonzalez, that new manager, going to give him some advice. I really like him. He had a solid year last year, 18 homers. Coming back another year of experience. I like it. 32 home runs for Jason Hayward.
I might shock you here, but I'm thinking he's going to hit like 37.
37?
I think he's going to put up a monster year this year. No one's going to expect him. Look for him to be an MVP candidate too.
I mean, one thing is, since he isn't 2-hole, maybe Freddie Gonzalez tells him to maybe relax in the power and just try to not get on base. But
you never know. They could always move him.
Yeah, I think he's going to be back in the 3-4. Chipper Jones might get hurt there, so you might have to slide him down a little bit.
I think Chipper Jones would be better maybe in the 2. Just because he's more of an average hitter.
He's always been batting 3, 4, 5, so...
but he's getting older. You might want to move him up.
Kind of like a Todd Helton. He's kind of old, so move him up a little bit.
His power's dropping, but his average is still there, so why not let him get on base?
That's a good idea.
All right, next, number 3. Cincinnati Reds get 85 wins. Last year was 91. So.
Yeah, last year they had 91. I'm going to say they have lower than 85. I think that team played a little over their heads last year. Winning 91 games or whatever it was, I think that was ridiculous. They play in a weak division, it's going to help them, but I think that rotation is a major question mark. I think that lineup's a little bit worse this year. I'm going to say they're right around 80, right around a 500 win team, so 80 wins.
I don't even think they're going to win 80.
No. They were playing way over their head last year.
Oh yeah, I think they're probably going to get like 77 wins.
I like that.
Alright, number 4, Carlos Beltran and Jose Reyes both play over 100 games.
That's a good question. It seems like everyone, they're both finally back healthy. Both over 100?
Yeah. That's it, yeah.
I'll say no. I like Jose Reyes over 100, but Beltran's already hurt a little bit still. They say he's healthy, but there might be some drawbacks. I'll say Beltran's around 80 and Reyes around 110. So, over for Reyes, under for
I think Reyes is going to be healthy most of the season, maybe 130, 140 games, but I don't see Beltran maybe around 100.
And I think Reyes is playing for a contract year this year. I think he's a free agent up this year, so usually that gives people, if they're hurt or anything, they want to go out there and play, so I like Reyes.
Alright, and finally, number 5, Lincecum and Kane both over 15 wins with a 3.20 ERA.
I'm going to say at least one of them are over in both. I think they're going to be, one of them is going to be over 15 wins. I think one of them is going to be under 15 wins. That lineup isn't that great, but they are very good pitchers. I think Lincecum is going to go around 16, Kane 14. So over for Lincecum, under for Kane in ERA. Right around there. I think Lincecum is going to put up a 3.5 ERA, Matt Kane 3.1. So under for Kane, over for Lincecum.
Yeah, I think they're both going to get the 15 wins, but
Lincecum had a down year last year.
I don't see them both doing 3.2.
Yeah, that's tough. Usually one or the other.
Yeah, I don't see it happening.
Who do you say has a lower ERA this year?
I'm going to go Matt Kane.
Matt Kane too? All right.
Okay.
I've always been a fan of Kane.
So
that's all we have for this part. But part 3 is coming up, final part. next. We'll wrap it up, and we'll see you then.
All right.